What did do, YouTube, man? What's up, Jits? Your boy Shehatesjosh back another video. My nigga back fucking reaction. Welcome back to my motherfucking channel. This one mistake changed the NBA forever. Another Jimmy High Roller video. Y'all know every time Jimmy High Roller drop a video, I'm reacting to it. No cap. No cap. Jimmy High Roller is probably one of my favorite YouTubers to react to because I don't know, bro. You know, it's just something about NBA sports with me. And then it's like the presentation on Jimmy High Roller videos just be amazing, bro. Like the statistics he be bringing, everything he bring to his videos just be, you feel me, top tier. So it was like, I just love reacting to my nigga videos, you feel me? But yeah, this one mistake changed the NBA forever. That boy go tapping all the videos we done made today. We reacted to all the NFL games from yesterday. Reacted to, I think Young Boy dropped a new song. So yeah, y'all boy go tapping all those reaction, man. Y'all boys like, comment, subscribe, man. Enjoy the video. Let's get to his motherfucking reaction. Let's see what my dog talking about. Hope you boys having a good little day. Cool little Tuesday. Appreciate all new subscribers. Everybody's tapping into the channel. Appreciate all my old subscribers who brought since the beginning, man.
Get 6 times
like I said, y'all boys tap in, man.
Protection.
Hope you boys having a good little day as well. That shit, we finna see, man.
They do the incredible. Help save lives.
One thing changed
so
the NBA forever.
Your CSL plasma donation.
This is Camille. Chances are you have no idea. This is Camille. Chances are you have no idea who this man is. But over 50 years ago, Camille made a decision that would change the NBA as we know it. See, Camille was a professional soccer player in his home country of Cameroon in the late 60s.
Okay.
And he was good. For 2 years, Camille traveled the country playing the sport he loved at one of the highest levels. But his father wasn't a fan of sports and saw soccer as an activity for those who couldn't succeed in other areas of their life. So just as his soccer career was taking off, he had to retire to focus on a more respected career in politics and local government.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with, you feel me, having a career in politics and, you feel me, local government. There's nothing wrong with having that knowledge. But damn, my nigga, I can't have fun? You don't think I'm gonna be respected because I play soccer? Nigga, I know more athletes that's respected than politicians. Like, what's going on?
Fast forward 2 decades, and Camille would go on to be the chief to a small town just outside of Yaoundé, Cameroon. And throughout his life, Camille grew quite the family, 10 children in total. One of them you might be familiar with, named Luke Mbamute.
Oh
Luke,
shit, nah,
just like his father, loved soccer. His dream was to one day play professionally like his dad did. And growing up, Luke would focus on soccer and play the game almost exclusively until about the age of 13, where one day, while on his way to soccer practice, Luke noticed a basketball court that usually sat empty was being used by other local kids. For the next few days, every time he passed the court, these boys were shooting hoops. And slowly, Luke's curiosity got the best of him. So later that week, when no one was around, he grabbed his soccer ball, headed to practice, but this time, he stopped at the empty basketball court and took a shot. And that was it. He was hooked. For the next 10 years, Luke gave up soccer to focus on basketball. He quickly rose through the ranks in Cameroon's youth system and even gained the attention of college scouts in the United States after being selected to be a part of Cameroon's national youth basketball team, eventually earning a scholarship to play basketball at UCLA. His parents were reluctant to send their boy to the US, but remembering the difficult decision he had to make because of his father, Camille didn't want to stop his son from pursuing his dreams in sports.
That's real.
So in 2004, Luke moved to the US and soon after enrolled at UCLA on a basketball scholarship. And 4 years later, after a decorated college career, Luke would become just the 3rd player in his country's history to be selected in the NBA draft. But this story doesn't end here, because throughout his NBA career, Luke would frequently travel back to Cameroon to visit family and host his own basketball camp. And it was at his camp in 2011 where he discovered possibly the next great Cameroonian basketball player. A tall, lanky kid who just picked up the sport a few months prior, had no real skill or finesse, but had all the potential in the world. His real passion was volleyball, and he was supposed to move to France later that year to play professionally. But Luke knew this kid was special. So under Luke's mentorship, the teenage prospect continued to develop his skills and moved to the US just 1 year later in pursuit of his basketball dreams. In the US, he enrolled at one of the best
y'all talking about B, right? Okay. My nigga, you was a volleyball? Get your lame ass on, nigga. Volleyball? But I didn't even know there was a like you can play volleyball like as a as a like a sport for it. Like, I mean, I know you can play as a sport, but I'm saying I didn't know if it was like you can get paid off. Like he just said he was finna get shipped off to France to go play volleyball. What the fuck? Niggas out here recruiting for volleyball. Niggas out here scouting for volleyball. Come on now.
Feet tall,
Give me a
tips of Akeem Olajuwon to improve his game, and even earning himself a full ride to play at the University of Kansas. But not even Luke could have predicted just how fast he would excel. His game was getting better almost by the day. His potential was seemingly unlimited, and after just one season in college,
with the
20-year-old Cameroonian recruit would enter the 2014 NBA draft, where he was selected with the 3rd overall pick. His name? Joel Embiid, the greatest Cameroonian player in NBA history.
That's lit.
One man giving up his sports dreams over 50 years ago triggered a series of events that would eventually lead to 2 others having the opportunity to live out theirs. If Luke Mbamute
and they play on the same team, that's
wrong.
wrong.
A shot on his way to practice, he might have never fell in love with the game. His journey to the NBA would have never happened. Maybe he focuses on soccer instead. He would have never hosted his basketball camps.
We would have never seen Joel Embiid. That's crazy as fuck.
The world has ever seen. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect. When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence has rippling effects through time.
That's true. Hey, I ain't gonna. That shit true as fuck. That's some Marvel shit. Like the butterfly effect. That's some. Hey, that's some real life shit. Cause imagine that, bro. Like that's how you know. Like if you go back in time, I'm finna say some crazy ass shit. That's how you know. Like time travel. That shit kind of is like crazy as fuck. Even though I don't even know if time travel real or not. You feel me? But I'm saying it's like. That just lets you know that if you just take one thing at a time, bro, or even change it in occurrence, bro, that a whole bunch of ripples will like start happening. It'll affect a whole bunch of shit in life, bro. Like like you don't even think about it like that, but it's like damn.
And this is just one of many butterfly effects that would change the course of NBA history forever.
Oh yeah, tell me some more.
Today's video was brought to you by...
I knew what time it was. I already knew what time it was. That's why I was like, hold on, let me. I already knew what time it was.
Long before the Golden State Warriors were a dynasty riddled with Hall of Famers and a generational superstar, they were, not very good. The team spent the majority of 2 decades as one of the worst organizations in the NBA, finding themselves in the playoffs once in 18 years.
Damn!
One shining star during those years of perpetual mediocrity was a player who literally choked out the head coach. But entering the 2010s,
Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. Yeah, old NBA was wild. No cap, bro. The old NBA was wild, bro. When you listen to shit they be saying, I choked out my head coach. Nigga, what? Niggas, I beat up a referee. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Literally choked out the head coach. But entering the 2010s, Golden State began to put together a team that could actually compete. An electric, high-scoring guard in Monte Ellis. A star and a real inside presence with David Lee, and a baby-faced assassin by the name of Stephen Curry. This core group was fun. Fans were re-engaged, but most importantly, they were good. The only thing standing in the way of them in a playoff spot was Steph Curry's ankles. Every time the Warriors picked up steam and got on a rhythm, Steph would go down with another ankle injury. But in 2012, there was a specific injury that would alter the timeline of Steph's career and the timeline of the entire NBA.
My nigga, what did you do? How did you get hurt, bro? You didn't even... All you did was make a step to run, bro. That's all you did. My nigga out here getting hurt off running.
Of Steph's career and the times a specific injury
like what the
that
fuck?
Would alter the timeline of Steph's career and the timeline of
I know you ain't tell your Achilles, so I don't.
Barry Neal dribbled off his leg. Oh my goodness! Steph Curry hurt his ankle. Oh, this is just heartbreaking.
Damn.
That's all I can say. I hurt for him personally, and certainly hurt for the team and the organization.
Bro.
After getting his ankle troubles under control in his first 2 seasons in the league, Steph, seemingly out of nowhere, sprains his ankle against the Spurs just 6 games into his 3rd year in the league. An injury that would snowball out of control and re-aggravate again and again. Unlike his sprains in the past,
that's the Nikes, man. That's why.
And again.
Cause you were signed with whack ass Nike, bro. That's the fuck ass Nike.
In the past, this one lingered, causing him to miss entire chunks of the season. Even with his military-grade ankle braces, the sprain kept creeping back up, eventually leading to a season-ending surgery just 2 months after his initial injury. Meanwhile, the Warriors' season was in a tailspin, and a change was desperately in need before their window on what looked like a promising group closed. A trade was in need, and it would be a move that would make or break the next decade of basketball in Golden State. Their trade target? Milwaukee Bucks center Andrew Bogut. The only way to get him, package one of their starting guards in the deal. The choice seemed pretty obvious at the time. Get rid of the guy with debilitating ankle issues and keep the borderline all-star scoring machine. And so
I ain't gonna lie. Monty Ellis was raw as fuck back then. Y'all can't count. Monty Ellis was on some raw shit back then, boy, especially on 2K with it.
Just 2
nigga ain't even know about Curry back then.
Last game of the season before undergoing surgery on his right ankle, the Warriors and the Bucks agreed to a 5-player trade involving Andrew Bogut and Steven Jackson for Ekpe Udoh, Kwame Brown, and Monte Ellis. This came as a massive shock to the NBA world, as the Warriors just gave up arguably their best player and kept an unproven talent that couldn't even stay healthy. With every piece of evidence suggesting otherwise, the Warriors rolled the dice and chose to keep Stephen Curry instead of Monte Ellis, leading to a series of events that would completely alter the landscape of the NBA for the next decade and creating one of the greatest dynasties in the history of basketball. The choice was
with the greatest point guard of all time.
Except, not really. Years after this trade broke news around the league, it was discovered that the original deal wasn't Monte Ellis for Andrew Bogut, it was Stephen Curry for Andrew Bogut.
And these niggas declined it? Oh yeah.
Ready to build around the trio of Ellis, Lee, and Bogut. But after completing a physical with team doctors within the Milwaukee Bucks organization, the status of Curry's ankle injuries was unclear at best. So the Bucks denied the trade and proposed a new one with Monte instead. And inexplicably, the Warriors accepted it. The same ankle injuries that gave Curry and the organization doubts about his future with the team and even his future in the league became the catalyst for one of the most pivotal trade decisions in the league's history. If Steph avoided those ankle injuries leading up to the trade, the Bucks would have accepted him in a package for Bogut. He would have ended up in Milwaukee, and the last 12 years of Warriors basketball that has redefined the league would have never happened.
Would have never happened with a cease to exist.
The Bucks, where just 15 months after his arrival, he would have been paired with another player that might have sparked an entirely new dynasty.
With the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis.
Hold on, that nigga was drafted in 2013? Damn, I'm thinking he was drafted like, my nigga, you old as fuck. I'm thinking you was drafted like 16 or some shit. 13 is crazy.
Just 1 season after their blockbuster trade, the Bucks drafted an 18-year-old Giannis Antetokounmpo, which would have paired their new dynamic point guard with a young international talent they call the Greek Freak. If Steph avoided those ankle injuries,
that would have been nasty. Giannis and Curry,
the Spurs that would
Curry and Giannis. Oh my God!
This season in 2012, the Bucks would have accepted the trade offer that included him, and we may have seen an NBA featuring a Bucks team with 2 of the greatest players of all time. The Warriors dynasty potentially replaced with a Bucks dynasty, and an entire decade of era-defining basketball erased and replaced with an unstoppable team in Milwaukee.
Unstoppable, bro. I'm glad. Nigga, LeBron still would have beat that shit. Fuck you talking about? King James.
Back in 1998, after having the NBA in a chokehold for the majority of a decade, the Bulls finished their last season together on top. But with their 6th championship ring came the demise of the best team in basketball. By the start of the lockout season of '99, the Bulls championship roster had been completely dismantled. Rodman was released, Pippen was traded to Houston, Phil Jackson retired. The team was a shell of itself, so Michael felt like his time in the league
I was saying, fuck it.
And so he retired as
I was saying, fuck it, I might as well retire. And they said, I ain't gonna be out here losing with you trash niggas, since I might as well retire.
Been adamant about the fact that if the Bulls franchise brought back this team for another shot at a title, he would not have retired before the 1999 season. The one non-negotiable for Mike was that he refused to play for anyone other than Phil Jackson. But in the words of Jerry Krause, former Bulls GM, Phil Jackson could have gone 82-0 with this team, and he was still going to be let go at the end of the 98 season.
What?
This decision essentially...
What? Bro, listen to the logic. Why? What was so bad, bro? My nigga, I could have went 82-0, won the finals. Fuck that, nigga, and I still getting released. Yeah, you're a bitch.
With this team, and he was still going to be let go at the end of the 98 season. This decision essentially forced Michael into retirement. But just 5 months after Jordan announced his second retirement, Phil Jackson was hired as the head coach of a Lakers team on the verge of becoming the next great NBA behemoth. Meanwhile, Michael, who says he was absolutely sure about his decision to retire, was not quite ready to leave the game behind. Over the next couple years, videos surfaced of Mike visiting Bulls practices, terrorizing players in one-on-one, clearly better than anyone in the gym. Reports at the time even detailed Michael seriously considering suiting up and playing in Spain for half a season. But before Michael made his return in Washington, he would often visit the Lakers. During practice, before games, he would go to their games and sit courtside, something he virtually never did with other teams. He would spend time with players, talking to Phil, even mentoring Kobe Bryant as he grew into a superstar. His involvement with the Lakers in the 1999 season was subtle, but
imagine what the fuck just happened. Imagine, bro. Imagine Michael if they would have joined Kobe on the Lakers.
On the team. Despite what he
told us, MJ, Kobe, and motherfucking Shaq? Oh, nah, nigga.
Jackson coaching in LA, the obvious destination for the former Bulls great was to join the Lakers. But you see, the only problem was that by the time Jackson was hired to coach the team, Michael couldn't play basketball. It's been well documented that in the summer of 1998, Michael Jordan had caused severe damage to his right index finger while attempting to cut a cigar. In fact, in Jordan's retirement announcement, he mentions that the accident had severed a tendon in his finger and that the injury would require surgery. This injury, even if Michael never retired, would have sidelined him for the entire 1999 NBA season. And by the time he was physically able to return, the team that he had spent time around, developed relationships with, and was home to the only coach that he would play for, were already champions, completely removing any possibility of Mike signing with the franchise since Michael refused to join a team that were already established champions.
Ain't even no point, to be honest.
Everything the man believes. If Michael Jordan never severed his finger in a freak cigar cutting accident in 1998, the nagging itch he had to return to the game might have taken...
Because you gotta think about it, bro. Jordan already looked at and revered at that time as the GOAT, bro. So it's like, if I know I'm the GOAT, if I know everybody calling me the GOAT, if I know I'm looked at as the GOAT, and I know I just went to 6 championships and won 6-0 as me being the leader, why the fuck would I join a team who already established, who already got Kobe and Shaq? You feel me? Now, if he would have joined them when they was on the rise up, and then, you feel me, he never got injured, he would have joined them on the rise up, and it would have happened like that, yeah. But then, like, you gotta think about it then. But that would have took away greatness from Kobe, because it's like, oh, now you can't win with, like, what did they be like? Oh, now you can't win without Jordan and Shaq. You like, I don't know. But then it would have been, I don't know, cuz I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's one of them things, like, you would be like, damn, what would have happened? Like, you feel me? Like, that's like with when they be like, oh, what would have happened if LeBron would have joined Kobe, or what would have happened if Chris Paul, that trade between the Lakers and the Lakers and the Hornets, the Lakers and the Hornets would have went through, instead of, you feel me, the NBA stepping in and making Chris Paul go to the Clippers. Like, you feel me? It's one of them, like, things you'd be like, I mean, would Chris Paul have a ring, or like what? Like, would it hurt his career? I mean, not saying it would hurt his career, but would it be looked at as like, oh, he had to go over here to win? I mean, shit, technically, it probably would have been looked at like that. He had to go over there to win, but you know, who knows?
Place 3 seasons sooner, with the only team that even had a chance at signing him, the Los Angeles Lakers. Instead, his injury delayed his return to the game and axed his chances of playing for Phil Jackson again and playing with Kobe and Shaq in a championship roster. This team could have happened.
Nah, that would have been crazy,
in a world where Michael Jordan doesn't get into a
nigga would have had like 10.
In the 1998 offseason, we may have seen a Lakers team featuring Shaq, Kobe, and Jordan entering the 1999 NBA season. Maybe instead of imploding a few years later, this team continues to win and stays together.
What?
Maybe Michael retires for the final time, not as a washed-up Washington Wizard, but instead a Bulls and Lakers legend with 3 or 4 more rings.
Bro,
or maybe Michael.
You know how I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know how goated he would, like, you already goated, bro. But you telling me you a legend, nigga? You the number one legend in Chicago, right? you already looked at and revered as the GOAT, bro. You the number one person in Chicago. But you go to Lakers, you won that. You probably would have been number one at the Lakers. Swear to God, bro. I don't care, bro. He probably would have been the number one player on the Lakers and Chicago, cuz. As in like greatness, bro. As in greatness wise, if he would have joined Kobe and Shaq before they won all them rings and shit, cuz it would have been Jordan team. It would have been Jordan, you feel me? He would have been looked at as the greatest Laker of all time, greatest Bull of all time. Fuck it. If that would have happened, you're better than King James. But it didn't happen, nigga. So you're not better than King James, nigga.
A Bulls and Lakers legend with 3 or 4 more rings. Or maybe Michael's tyrant leadership drives Shaquille O'Neal out of LA and we never get that 2000s Lakers dynasty at all. Maybe Michael's role on the team greatly reduces Kobe's. And we never see
That's
the
what I'm
true
saying.
potential
You never
of
see the
Black
true
Mamba.
potential.
And maybe
so it's like
everything went exactly the way it was supposed to. Because that's the butterfly effect. When something almost insignificant spurs a series of events that leads to something much, much bigger.
Jimmy High Roller, like I said, with another great motherfucking video, man. This one mistake changed the NBA forever. I ain't gonna lie, y'all let me know y'all biggest butterfly effect in the NBA or in sports history, like in total, bro. That's a good one right there. No cap, that's a good one right there. I feel like it's a lot of good butterfly effects in the NBA. To be honest, this is a lot. To be honest, man. Y'all let me know y'all favorite ones. You feel me? Y'all boys tap in, like, comment, subscribe, y'all enjoy the video. We out, my nigga. Peace.